Farmers say they're fed up at not being listened to by the government. They want more of a say in the freshwater regulations, and they don't want a tax on their utes, the ute tax. Ridiculous. Today, they'll roll through the streets up and down the country on their tractors and with their horses and their dogs and even the crop planes. This is a mass protest. And joining us now is the man behind the groundswell protest. What a good guy, and well done to him, Bryce McKenzie. Welcome to the program. Good to have you on, Bryce. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Duncan. It's a cold one down here in Gore.
I bet you it is. No surprise to people in Gore on that one. Hey, tell us, how did this all start? And welcome to the show, by the way, Bryce. How did this all start?
Just started with people being a little bit concerned about the NPS on fresh water when it first came out. So we did a bit of a tractor protest in Gore, a cobber of mine, and, well, he's a cobber now. He wasn't at the time, and we ended up driving to Gore, just the two of us basically, and there was over 100 tractors there. So that's how groundswell got started. Yeah,
I think groundswell will swell today too. Well, what sort of numbers are you predicting? You've had so much feedback has come in. It sort of exploded on social media, didn't it? What sort of numbers do you think? Just have a sort of a wild guess today. What do you reckon?
Yeah, look, we're expecting thousands. Just how many thousands, we don't know. The feedback from everywhere around New Zealand has been that they are just blown away by the number of contacts that have been in contact with them.
Yeah. What's the guts of the protest? Why are you protesting? What have you had enough of? Give me a couple of examples of, the sort of stuff that you're angry about.
Okay, well, we've had enough of just constant barrage of regulations, and these regulations aren't fit for purpose. It started with the freshwater NPS, and I'm a conservationist myself, as I'm a founding member of a water care group, and we founded that back in 2014, and it's been one of the most successful stories there is in cleaning up waterways, and it's an award-winning group. It's called the Pomahaka Water Care Group, and it's turned a river around completely. So that's basically, we know what it takes to get clean water, and you don't get it through regulations, and you don't get it through unworkable regulations.
Yeah, and you also don't get much credit for it, do you? Because all the farmers get sort of tarred with the same brush. You don't care about the environment. Of course you bloody care about the environment, because you want to pass your farm on to those behind you and or under you. And this is a lifelong thing. This is something that doesn't end. Why would you want to ruin the environment?
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, some of us are third-generation farmers and up to fifth-generation farmers. If we were ruining the land that we're on, we surely wouldn't be able to farm it still. So it's in our interest to actually look after that farmland for the next generation. And I might add that, our spokesman on Indigenous biodiversity is actually a native nurseryman, and he's restoring native areas all around New Zealand. So it's not as if the two people that are speaking out on their particular areas of water and Indigenous biodiversity haven't got hands-on experience of what's going on.
Yeah, well, just interrupt, said on election night, I remember it clearly, saying that she was going to govern for all of New Zealand. So she said she'll govern for all of you.
Yeah, well, we would hope so. I mean, she shows a lot of care and compassion in some areas. We would like a little bit shown to the farming and rural community for what they're going through, because we don't see much of it.
Right, you'd like her to drop some of the regulation. You'd like her to. Well, what about the ute tax? This tax on petrol utes.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just the straw that's broken the camel's back, really. We don't have any option, and it does the heavy lifting on the farms and for tradespeople. So for us, it's just a real kick in the guts just when we're down anyway, and that's really what's finished people off. They just had enough.
Sometimes, Bryce, you got to be careful what you wish for, and I think back to that last election, and there was an amazing groundswell towards Labour. Why?
Yeah, look, some people say that the rural sector wanted to keep the Greens out. Look, I don't really know. I try not to think about politics too much at all and concentrate on where I'm best suited.
Bryce, I wish you a lot of luck for your protest today. I know the farmers are having a tough time, but there are critics who have come out and they've said, hey, what about the government is backing farmers when it comes to droughts or floods or anything like that? What do you say to that when the government also supports you in other areas, take from one hand and then sort of protest on the other?
Yeah, okay, and I mean, when you get, I think it was 500,000 given to North Canterbury when they got all the floods, and you just compare that with what's been given to the gangs for drug rehabilitation. I mean, 500,000, considering the area that's been damaged, seems pretty pittance to me. It doesn't seem equitable as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, well, all the best for today, Bryce. We appreciate your time this morning. What's a good outcome? What's one thing that you'd like to see as an outcome after today?
A good outcome for us is just having a voice for the farmers and tradespeople. That's number one, and they haven't had one for a long, long time. That includes the growers, of course, so we're really pleased that they get a chance to show how they feel. The other thing is, if it was a really good outcome, I guess we would feel that we've been listened to and what we've been saying is taken on board and something's done about it.
Yep, good on you, mate. All the very best for today. It's no mean feat organising these things, so well done, Groundswell protest organiser Bryce McKenzie.
But first...